Welcome one and all to my YouTube channel Technobabble. I am the Technobabbler here with my second ever cast video, and boy am I still nervous as heck, you guys. I've only done one of these before, and that was with one sim and a cat. And so now I'm diving into two adult sims. Well, one young adult and one adult. So let me go ahead and dive into talking about what we're seeing. This is Ramona Fairbanks, and I developed her for a new LP series called Sims and the City. And this is going to be a couple that we follow on their journey into being a brand new married couple, coming from a lot of wealth, to moving into sort of finding their own space and time and really becoming a couple and learning how to fend for themselves and take care of themselves. And so Ramona Fairbanks, I wanted to start with Ramona, is a sim who really cares a lot about just about everything and everybody. Now, I wouldn't go so far as to say she's a busybody, but she does care a lot about, and she's got a lot of passion for, just politics, the world, the climate, the situation, other people. She's just a very passionate person. And so I wanted to sort of give her a style that was unique to her, that showed that she came from money and that she is clean and proper and wants to be prim and proper and have a good time and really does like fancy things. But I just imagined her like that person at a party when you're walking around in your jeans and your button-up shirt and you're looking kind of cash, and she walks by looking like she's going to a ball, just a fancy ball. And you're like, what is she wearing? Who is this person? And then you go to meet her, and she's pretty down to earth. Like, she knows she came from money, but she just has such a big heart, and she cares so much, but she does like nice things. So that is Ramona Fairbanks' sort of little backstory, and I wanted to start her off as a young adult. Now, I rarely pay attention to young adult and adulthood, and this is the first LP series where I'm really trying to focus on that a little bit more. So she is a young adult, and she is married to, well, you'll meet him in a minute, but she is married to Prescott Fairbanks, and Prescott is an adult. And so I just kind of want to see what are some of the subtle differences between the two ages. I know that all of my friends here on the social medias and all of the social networks that I partake of tell me that young adult was really designed for university, which we don't have yet. At the time of you watching this video, or actually the time of me uploading this video, we do not have Sims University yet for The Sims 4. But I thought, I'm just going to play it as she was a little bit younger than her husband when they got married. I'm excited to kind of see how that age changes and just the subtle differences there. So, what kind of things can I tell you else about Ramona before we get into her traits? Ramona I'm going to have her be a very, like I said, compassionate sim. She might go into the politics field, but right out of the gate, I think we're going to have her explore one of the freelancing careers, the writing career. We'll go ahead and say that she majored in, the English language or the Simlish language, so she likes to write and read and that kind of thing. And so she's thinking maybe she can bring in some money while, start her own freelancing career, while her husband sort of follows in his father's footsteps. He's starting off in the business career, and she just wants to kind of make it on her own, but she also wants to be a contributing member to the family, and she's very excited to sort of try her hand at freelancing and just kind of see what she can do. And really, I'm just excited to play through these new freelancing careers because I think they're A, great, B, really fun, and I have not yet played but a little bit of gameplay with one, and I have watched quite a few other Sims playing with it, and it looks like it's just so much fun, and there's so much attention to detail in the little gigs that you can pick up, and I just think it'll be fun to tell her story through that lens, at least as starting off as a young sim, as a young married couple, wanting to bring in some money into the family. And as they are just starting off, this family that comes from a lot of money is not starting with anything but the base amount of money, and so they are going to be living in the Spice District, and they are just going to get to know the people of the Spice District as they sort of learn about themselves as a young married couple, what their aspirations are, and what they want to do. Speaking of aspirations, we are looking through some of her aspirations, and I had her choose to be a friend of a world. She is very much a gregarious person. She is very self-confident, and she is a good sim and, of course, a romantic at heart. We are now moving on to the creation of Prescott Fairbanks. Now, Prescott is, like I said, comes from a very well-off family. His father is a very successful businessman, and Prescott, just starting off, is still leaning a little bit on his family. He's got a entry-level position at the business that his dad works at, and so it's not that he loves this and he wants to take after his dad in that regards, but it's a start, and he wants to make sure he's providing for his family. So he has taken on an entry-level position and hoping to kind of move his way up, but he's also still trying to figure himself out. He is an adult, but I kind of imagine Prescott living at home even into his young adulthood and just kind of living off his parents, and his parents will make a debut. Possibly, I guess, but they do exist in the save, so they're in the world, and they live in Willow Creek in a very fancy house, and they have jobs as well, and hopefully they'll make an appearance. But back to Prescott. As I said, Prescott did come from money, so he is fairly excited to make money, but that's mostly because he has found such a counterpart and true love in Ramona, and he just wants to make sure he is providing for his family. So while I chose his aspiration as the one where he fabulously wealthy, it's really just because that's what he feels is the right thing to do. His father made a lot of money, his mother's made a lot of money, his family has a lot of money, and so he feels like that's sort of something he should do, but he really just wants to figure out himself and who he is and how his and his wife's life will play out. So he's just excited to be out of his house, starting anew, and making his own way, or at least he feels that's what he's starting to do. I will go here into the aspirations shortly, and I know that he is also a confident person. That's sort of one of the things that attracted Ramona. They are both very confident and both very passionate people. Now, like I said, he is from money, so I believe I gave him the materialistic trait as well, because I feel like he does really like the finer things in life, and I didn't give that trait to Ramona because I felt like she doesn't obsess over it, where I feel like Prescott will really kind of focus in on it a little bit. He really wants the nicest things. And of course, I had to give Prescott the active trait because he is an active sim. He was an active sim in his youth. He was more than likely captain of several various teams, sporting teams that he played for. And of course, he was a member of the country club where he probably played golf or something like that. But I just want to finish this video up. I'm really excited about the new series. I hope you guys have enjoyed my second ever cast video. Be sure to check out the series every Friday with the Fairbanks. Like I said, this is part of a whole universe, Sims and the city, and they will be living in the Spice District, sort of figuring things out, and I will try to have an episode out every Friday so you can spend it with the Fairbanks, kind of learning them as a couple and what they're going to do and watching their story unfold. I hope you guys really liked the video. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes that I have coming out. Be sure to check out the back catalog of LPs that I've got that are on a pause while I'm working on this new series. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up. And until next time, Tomalagi!